Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode. Today with me, I have Steven Caulker. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good, I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. A little bit tired from the journey yesterday, but it's nice to meet up with the guys and get ready for training this afternoon.
Awesome. So this is your debut first for the national team Sierra Leone. How do you feel?
I feel good. I had the experience in Morocco where I got
Okay.
to meet with the guys. I got to play the one friendly against Morocco, so I kind of knew what to expect coming in this time round. But I feel excited. Obviously, this is a major tournament. This is something that yeah, it doesn't come around so often. So
Yes.
to be a part of this is exciting, and I really feel at home here. This is a country that I visited many times, but never could have imagined playing for them. So now to have been invited here and to have this opportunity, like it really feels good.
So have you regretted so far, like playing for the national team and not England?
No, like for me, it's everything in life like happens for a reason. So when I was 19, 20, I got the call from England. Is where I grew up. I'd
Mhm.
spent 19, 20 years growing up there, and I wanted to be a part of that at the time. Things changed. I grew up, life experiences and stuff like that, and my career's taken a different path. And here I am today with Sierra Leone. I wish it could have been sooner. It would have been exciting to have done it. Maybe if I was 23, 24, I would have had more years playing. But I tend not to look back. I just want to look forward. I'm here today. I've got an opportunity to be a part of a great squad going to AFCON, and we want to make history.
Yeah, just live in the moment and enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about your journey. You've had a powerful journey in your football career. I mean, the money, the fame, the attention, like Champions League back to back, the Olympics team, like under 20 England. You've been through a lot.
Yeah, I've experienced a lot of highs and lows, in my career. I started off very good very quickly, 17, 18, 19, playing first team football, League One, Championship, Premier League. Then made my debut for England, and it felt like everything was going too fast, if you like.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to grow up, and I made many mistakes off the pitch, and I learned the hard way. I had many consequences for my actions. And I took some time out of football where I just worked on me, like being a better father, being a better son, a better friend, a better brother. And whilst doing all of that, I found the love for football game, and I got the opportunity to go to Turkey, and I wanted to do it, something fresh, something different. And I went there, and I've never looked back. It's been 3 years there now. I've loved it. I've made a new name for myself there. I've then, off the back of that, been invited here. So it's opened new doors, and most importantly, I feel happy with myself. When I was playing younger, playing for England, I wasn't happy. I had, like you mentioned, the fame and the money, but I wasn't happy. Whereas today, I have a good balance.
And football is one of the hardest sports in the world. I mean, it takes a lot of dedication, hard work, training, and there's a lot of you go through that you tend not to talk about or share. And what is something you would say is one of the major issues footballers face that you don't really talk about or share?
Yeah, so it's a really good question. Like for me, inside football, the players that I speak with on a daily basis, most players are struggling. They're struggling that they're not performing. They're struggling with being out of the team. They're struggling with the fact that they're living away from their families. There's so many struggles that go on. People just see the fame and the fortune and the 11 players running around on the pitch, but what goes into that every day, the effort, the desire, the determination, the sacrifices, there's a lot of it. And I think people don't give that enough appreciation. Of course, football is well paid. It's well documented, and it's
Yeah.
big debates everywhere you go. Oh, they earn too much and this that. But I don't talk about that side of it. All I say is it's a hard profession. As a kid, I dreamt of being a footballer, and I just pictured the Thierry Henrys of this world, scoring the goal and running off to the fans. But when you see day in, day out, the commitments and sacrifices that go into being that good and that consistent for so long, I have a newfound appreciation for the legends of the game who stayed at the top for as many years as they did. So I hope in a way coming here to Sierra Leone, I can leave something behind. I want to leave a legacy of some sort, and I believe here in Sierra Leone I have the opportunity to do that. I've had projects before where I built schools here, helped with Ebola and many other things, and I want to do more. So I believe by coming to the national team, I have the chance now to give hope and inspire the young kids coming through.
Wow, that is powerful. That is powerful. And what would you say your highlight of 20, or in general, working playing with Liverpool? What's your highlight?
What's my highlight? My highlight actually for me was my first game in Turkey. The
Okay.
reason why was because I'd been so low, like really I'd gone to the top and fallen to the bottom.
Yeah.
There was not one team in the whole of the UK that wanted me, and that was hard to deal with. And I was training on my own for over 6 months and calling teams and managers for opportunities, but nothing was coming. So when I got that chance in Turkey, I was relieved, I was happy, but also proud because I never gave up. When it was much, much easier after, I think, 4 or 5 years of hell I went through, to then get the opportunity to come back again and be in Turkey was for me my proudest moment. There's been other moments that on paper look great, playing
Yeah.
for Liverpool with
Yeah.
Klopp and Tottenham, but for just me personally, that was the moment that I treasure.
Through it all, like, who would you say has been there for you in the football world, stuck with you no matter what?
Yeah, for me, in terms of the football world, would be my agent. He actually wasn't an agent beforehand. He was a friend of mine, and I asked him to come on board as an agent, and he's been someone who stuck by me. He's grew, players have now seen what he's done with me, and that's like for me someone who I highly respect because that's somebody who didn't turn his back when the going got tough. And for me that's important to have the respect and the trust within the game because there's a lot of sharks, there's a lot of money, and where there's money, people want to take it from you. So he would be the one inside football, but outside of football, of course, my friends and family have been unbelievable for me. So I hope in the next 5 years to inspire my son to whether it be in football or something else, but to have that feeling of courage to always be yourself. That's what I really want to send that message.
How do you balance family and work?
It's difficult at the moment because I'm living in Turkey, my family's back home in London, so it is challenging to be honest with you, especially with Corona out there, unable to visit, but FaceTime helps,
Yeah.
that helps, and I just try to make the most of the time we do have together in the school holidays or in the summer holidays, so yeah, but it's probably my greatest challenge right now, I'd say.
So, what's one word you describe your state of happiness right now that you are in going to the AFCON and the decisions you've made so far?
Mm-hmm.
What's one word you'd use to describe
One
that?
word, persistence.
Persistence.
Yeah, definitely persistence because, like I said, many doors have been closed in my face. Some make it through, like myself. Some fall away, and it's really sad to see the guys who fall away actually because most of them have more talent than me. But it's really hard. It's really draining, and it's really emotionally challenging. So. I understand why people step away, and I just wish that today I try to change that. I try to help players who I see struggling, put my arm around them, have a conversation. Let's take here for example. Yesterday there was 40 players. Today there's 28. So people often forget about the 12 people. How does that feel for them? How does that feel going home to their family and friends? There's shame, there's embarrassment, there's sadness. All of that comes with it. So. I try to support those people. Unfortunately, I only arrived, so I haven't had a chance to speak to them. But I mean, in general, when I'm playing in Turkey, there's a squad of 25, only 11 make the pitch. So how do the other 14 feel? And I try to make that something, to work with them.
So, what do you say it is that you bring into the team, the national football team here?
Experience. For sure, as I mentioned, the highs and lows. I've got a lot of experience. I believe today that I'm courageous, so I'm going to make sure that we go out there with no fear. We leave everything out there on the pitch. That's something that I really want to bring to the team, and just an to have that arm around people. When things are not going well, because we've got a tough group, we've got tough games.
Yes.
God willing, we win the first game, but we don't know what can happen. So we need the characters. If in tournament football things go wrong, we need the characters to stand there and go again. And I believe with my experience, I can bring that.
Awesome. So who do you look up to in the football world?
In the football world, yeah, that's a good question. So when I was younger, definitely Thierry Henry. He was somebody that I used to look up to. I mean, I would just say my favorite player to watch is Messi. He's my favorite player to watch. In terms of idolizing, it wouldn't be players that you'd necessarily think, because I like them for their character rather than their performance. But for me, in terms of entertainment, Messi for sure.
Awesome. So there's a lot of like eyes on you here in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Everyone's looking up to you and the boys to, do something great. Do you feel a lot of pressure on you?
No, I don't feel any pressure, because I just feel that it's just a completely new challenge, and we're going into this tournament. Around the world, people are writing us off. We're a small nation.
Yes.
We're a nation that football-wise hasn't been recognised for a long time. For me, it's just exciting. It's full of possibilities and opportunities for us to go and to do something, to make sure that at the end of the tournament, people do remember Sierra Leone and remember it for the right reasons. So, yeah, I just feel excited to be a part of that, and I want to make sure that I give my all, and I want to make sure that we all do. So, this afternoon will be my first training session, and I'm looking forward to getting started.
Great. So one last question. What do you want to be remembered for?
Never giving up. That's for sure what I want to be remembered for. I started coming here just after Ebola. I planned to come, and Ebola came, and my plans got changed. So it was the year after Ebola was my first time coming here, and I saw and heard and felt the struggle. The war, Ebola, Corona, the mudslides. The list goes on. This country's really suffered, and it takes a lot to keep coming back from that. So I hope my story on a smaller scale can inspire people to keep coming back, keep fighting for they believe in. And I hope one day this nation will continue moving forward and go to the World Cup. That's something that I have 5 years or so to do it, unless I'm Kai, and I have 10 years if I want to play until this age. But I have a short time left in football, and I want to make the most of it.
Wow. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending time with us.
No, thank you.
All right,
I appreciate
thank
it.
you so
Cool. Nice one.